Welcome. Have you ever found yourself in a conversation wanting to sound more knowledgeable and engaging? Whether it's at work, with friends, or meeting new people, how you communicate can make all the difference. In this video, we're diving into practical strategies to help you speak more intelligently and confidently. From expanding your vocabulary to mastering the art of active listening, we'll explore real-life examples that make these tips easy to apply. Get ready to transform the way you communicate and leave a lasting impression. Let's get started. Tip number 1. Expand your vocabulary. Enhancing your vocabulary can make your communication more precise and engaging. For instance, instead of saying good, you could use exceptional, remarkable, or noteworthy, depending on the context. This doesn't mean using complex words all the time, but choosing words that convey your thoughts more accurately. For example, if you're describing a friend's cooking, saying, "Your culinary skills are impressive," sounds more thoughtful than simply, "Your cooking is good." Tip number 2. Speak clearly and confidently. Clear and confident speech can make a significant difference in how you're perceived. Imagine you're giving a presentation at work. Speaking too quickly or using filler words like or like can undermine your message. Instead, practice pausing to gather your thoughts and articulate your points clearly. This not only helps others understand you better, but also gives the impression that you're knowledgeable and confident. Tip number 3. Listen actively. Active listening involves paying full attention to the speaker, nodding, making eye contact, and responding thoughtfully. For example, if a friend is sharing a personal story, instead of thinking about what you'll say next, focus on their words. Responding with, "It sounds like that was a challenging experience. How did you handle it?" shows that you're engaged and empathetic, which can be more impactful than simply saying, "That's tough." Tip number 4. Stay informed. Being well informed about current events and a variety of topics can significantly enhance your conversations. This doesn't mean you have to be an expert on everything, but having a broad knowledge base allows you to contribute meaningfully to discussions. For example, imagine you're at a family dinner and the topic of conversation shifts to new technology trends. Knowing about the latest smartphone features or advancements in artificial intelligence can make the discussion more engaging. You might say, "I read an interesting article about how the latest AI technology is being used in healthcare to improve patient diagnostics." This not only shows that you're informed, but also adds value to the conversation by providing specific and relevant information. Tip number 5. Ask questions. Asking insightful questions is a powerful way to engage others and demonstrate your curiosity and willingness to learn. It goes beyond just nodding along. It shows that you're actively listening and interested in the conversation. For example, if a friend mentions they're reading a new book, rather than simply responding with, "That's cool," you could delve deeper with a question like, "What drew you to that book?" Or, "What has been the most surprising or thought-provoking part so far?" These questions not only reflect your genuine interest, but also encourage the other person to share more about their thoughts and experiences. Asking thoughtful questions can also create a more meaningful connection. For instance, if a colleague is discussing a project they're passionate about, you might ask, "What challenges have you faced while working on this project, and how did you overcome them?" This type of question not only acknowledges their effort but also opens up space for them to share insights and experiences that they might not have mentioned otherwise. It can turn a simple exchange into a more enriching conversation, fostering deeper understanding and connection. By being curious and engaging others with thoughtful questions, you show respect for their experiences and opinions, making the conversation more dynamic and enjoyable for everyone involved. Tip number 6. Use correct grammar and syntax. Using proper grammar and syntax is a key aspect of effective communication. It not only helps convey your message more clearly, but also reflects a level of professionalism and attention to detail. Imagine you're sending an important email at work or speaking in a formal meeting. Using correct grammar, such as "he and I went to the store" instead of "me and him went to the store," ensures that your message is easily understood and leaves a positive impression. beyond clarity. Using correct grammar shows that you respect the rules of language and take the time to communicate thoughtfully. This can be particularly important in professional settings where your choice of words can influence how you're perceived by colleagues and superiors. For instance, in a job interview, using proper grammar and avoiding slang or colloquial language can demonstrate your seriousness and readiness for the role. Moreover, good grammar isn't just about following rules. It's about making your speech and writing more polished and effective. Whether you're writing an email, giving a presentation, or simply having a conversation, paying attention to grammar and syntax helps you express your thoughts more precisely and confidently. It's a skill that, once mastered, becomes a valuable tool in both your personal and professional life. Tip number 7. Practice empathy and emotional intelligence. Practicing empathy and emotional intelligence is crucial for effective communication and building strong relationships. It's about being aware of and sensitive to the emotions of others, which can help you respond in a way that is supportive and understanding. For example, if you notice a colleague looking stressed or overwhelmed, instead of ignoring the situation or making assumptions, you could approach them with empathy. Saying something like, "It seems like you have a lot on your plate. Is there anything I can do to help?" Not only acknowledges their feelings but also offers support and a willingness to assist. This approach shows that you are not just focused on your own perspective, but are also considering the emotional state of those around you. It can make others feel seen and heard, which is incredibly validating, especially in a stressful environment. For instance, in a team meeting, if a team member is quieter than usual, gently asking if they're okay or need any help can open up a space for them to share what's on their mind. This can prevent misunderstandings and foster a more supportive team dynamic. Empathy and emotional intelligence are not just about recognizing negative emotions. They're also about celebrating positive ones. In real-life situations, practicing empathy might involve small but meaningful actions, like remembering a colleague's important deadline and checking in with a supportive message, or being patient with a friend going through a tough time. These actions demonstrate that you care about others' well-being and are willing to be a supportive presence in their lives. Ultimately, empathy and emotional intelligence are about building connections and creating an environment where people feel comfortable and valued. By practicing these skills, you not only enhance your communication, but also contribute to a more positive and understanding atmosphere in your personal and professional interactions. Tip number 8. Organize your thoughts. Before speaking, especially in important conversations, take a moment to organize your thoughts. If you're discussing a project at work, outline your main points in your head or jot them down. This helps ensure that your communication is clear and coherent. Instead of jumping from one idea to another, you might say, "First, let's address the timeline for the project. Then we can discuss the budget, and finally the team roles." Tip number 9. Body language. Body language is a powerful tool in communication, often speaking louder than words themselves. Nonverbal cues, such as gestures, facial expressions, and posture, can greatly influence how your message is received and interpreted by others. For instance, maintaining eye contact during a conversation is a simple yet effective way to convey confidence and respect. It shows that you are attentive and genuinely interested in the person you're speaking with, which can help build trust and rapport. Tip number 10. Be humble and open to feedback. Being humble and open to feedback is a cornerstone of personal and professional growth. It involves recognizing that no one has all the answers and being willing to learn from others. This humility not only enhances your own knowledge but also fosters a culture of continuous improvement and mutual respect. In a real-life example, consider a team meeting where a technical term or concept is discussed and you're not familiar with it. Instead of nodding along and risking misunderstandings later, a humble and constructive approach would be to say, "I'm not familiar with that term. Could you explain it a bit more?" This not only clarifies the concept for you, but also encourages others to feel comfortable asking questions, creating an environment where learning and curiosity are valued. Thank you so much for watching. We hope these tips help you feel more confident and articulate in your conversations. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. And if you have any questions or tips of your own, drop them in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep communicating confidently. See you in the next video.